Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound of an Ocean Wave, and this is um, day 21 of the October Daily Draws. So let's see what message we get. I'll be taking the first card from the Ghost Tarot, followed by an Oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch, Samhain Oracle. And so let's use our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. We have the Six of Wands again. We had this before. This is about the achievement and its success. The success that comes through focus, through putting in our energies there. This is the card of success. I said before that I know this isn't. This is the six. The six at the top gives it away, but I do know what the seven looks like. But traditionally, a seven looks a little bit like this picture, doesn't it? With the figure up higher with the ones below. It does look a little bit. So if you at first glance you didn't take note of the numbering, with this card, this is one thing about this deck that I would say is not a negative, but it could trip you up if you just go by the image and think, oh, that's the seven of wands. It's not. It's the six. So if you didn't look closely enough, you wouldn't. Anyway, but that's. I'm not here to talk about the deck and the images here, but it's a sense of you are risen above. You've risen above all the challenges, because in a sense you've got the five here, which represents the conflicts, the challenges, and you're there having risen above those. You've dealt with those things, and which came in as I say, the five of wands, and you've become the victor. You are successful. You've dealt with the challenges, and you've come out the other side. And this is this shows you, that there are things that you've risen above. There are things you've gone through, and that's an achievement and a victory. And you need to recognize that, because what often we always we forget the things where we tend to remember more the things that we got wrong, that didn't work out, than the things that did. And we need to remind ourselves of the times when we got it right, when things did work, when we did succeed, when we did make an achievement, when we did come out on top, when we had a victory. Because it's important to remind us that if we had a victory before, we can have a victory again. So if we're having that sort of mental block of believing we can be successful, if we've already done it once, then we have the ability to achieve. We have the ability to be successful. And if we've had the ability before, we can do it again. It's not something that's foreign to us or alien to us. It's just we got to remember that we can do this. And this may be called coming back. We've had this before in the past few days. And it's to remind us again that we can achieve, we can be successful if we put the right energy in there and we persevere against the challenges, etc. We will be successful in something. We can. We need to put our efforts in the right place, and we need to believe in ourselves, which this helps with that. When we recall past successes and victories, it helps recognize that we are achievers. We are, people of success. We've got things we can point to. So it's not something that we're just trying to fool ourselves into thinking. We can point to evidence of it. So the fact that we can do that means that there's no reason why we can't succeed and keep on succeeding and achieving. So that should give you confidence. That should give us motivation to keep going, and the promise of success and achievement as a result of that. It may not be come out quite in the way that you first anticipated or even wanted, but when you look back, you'll see that it is an achievement, it is a success. Maybe the outcome didn't come in the shape or form. The success wasn't in the way that you imagined success to be in that thing, but when you look at it carefully, it is a success. It is an achievement, perhaps in a surprising way, probably a better way than you imagined. And that's what this card promises us and encourages us to keep hold of, that belief in ourselves to be able to achieve. And I believe that's the main message of the Six of Wands to us today. Okay, let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. We have the elements again. We had this the other day too. This is about bringing everything together, all the different aspects, all the different energies, all the different types, our feelings, our mind, our physicality, our spiritual and our will and our drive and motivation, bringing all these aspects of ourselves together, all the different elements here that are represented, bringing it all into focus, bring it all into to focus towards achieving this goal that we have for ourselves at the moment. And we have the promise that if we do that, if we put all of this in, into that focused energy, then we will have success, we will achieve, we will come out on top. This has a positive outcome for us. Maybe not the outcome, as I said, that we imagine or hope for, but it could be the best outcome for us and maybe a surprising one for us. So let's be open to that. Let's be confident in our abilities and believe that success is going to come from our efforts. And I believe that is the message of the cards today. So that's today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 22. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone. And I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.